Hello guys, welcome back to SportsCorner GH. My name is Adam. Fact check. We have less than 30 days to play our third and fourth game in the Afcon 2025 qualifiers. And that game is going to be against Sudan, home and away. It's going to be played on the 7th and also on the 15th of October. And as I'm speaking to you now, our home game, we don't know where we are going to play it. Others are saying Togo, some are saying Ivory Coast, others are also saying Nigeria. But then it's yet to be confirmed if we'll play it here in Ghana or somewhere outside Ghana. But in today's video, I want us to talk about 6 players who are likely to make a return back to the Black Star squad, because looking at our performances now, we need some players to return back and take things for us. And we are going to take a look at 6 players who I believe, if they are reintroduced into the Black Stars, some of our performances are going to be better. So please, make sure to join us, like this video, subscribe, and also turn on notification quickly. Let's jump into it. And the first player I'm going to talk about would be Alexander Juku. Now, Alexander Juku was originally part of Otto's squad for the games that were played in September. Those were the first and second game in the Afcon 2023 qualifiers against Angola and also Niger. But then he did not play. He wasn't around because he picked up an injury. So he was with Fenerbahce. And the good news is that now he is fit and he has started training with the rest of the team. Now, Fenerbahce played a game over the weekend. He was not part of the match day squad, but I just believe that he's going to, be fit in time for the game we are going to play against Sudan, that doubleheader. It is very important to get Alexander Juku in that squad. Looking at our defense, you and I know, when it's 80th minute to 90th minute, something bad will happen. We need someone who will make sure that nothing happens, and that is Alexander Juku, based on my own opinion, because it's as if anytime this thing happens, one player is always in the mix, and that is Salis. I'm sorry, but then that is the truth. From World Cup till now, always this last minute goes with us. Salis is there. So we need someone who partners with Salis and let him know that massa. But we need that whole last 10 minutes, we need to protect ourselves. And that person is Alexander Juku, with the kind of leadership you also bring into the Black Stars. Because against Sudan, it's a do and die affair. We need to take 6 points. In that double header, we need to take 6 points. And we need Alexander Juku fit and ready to play for the Black Stars when we face Sudan. The next player would be Joseph Addo. Joseph Addo is also a centre back. Honestly, when you look at the Black Star centre back, the one sitting on the bench, you have no hope. There is no hope. We need a player who is experienced enough. We need a player who has been with the Black Stars for a very long time. And I will always go for Joseph Addo to any other player, especially the young one. Joseph Addo is playing in Celta Vigo. He's playing in Spanish La Liga. And he was injured for almost a year. Did not play football. Now he's back. Over the weekend, he played 8 minutes. And to me, that is hope. That is a leap of faith that the player would be, play some of the games for Celta Vigo and be match fit. And the crowd put him on the bench. You know that when he's coming, he's robust. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to give you what you expect from him. And this is a player that I believe you need on our bench. As a right center back, we really, really, really need Joseph Addo. Now that he's back from injury and has started playing football with Celta Vigo, to me, is good news. And we need to recall it back to the Black Stars, because, honestly speaking, the defenders or center backs we have, if you take out Salis a moment, don't wait till we don't trust them. That is the truth. Even Otto himself, do not trust them to deliver on it, like in a competitive game against Sudan like that. We need someone who has the experience, someone who has seen it all. Joseph Addo is that guy, and we are waiting for him. So he is the second player who is likely to return back to the squad, looking at the fact that he is fit now. Third player would be Osman Bukari, who plays in the MLS with Austin FC. Now with Osman Bukari, honestly right now, I don't know what the problem is. Before we played this Afcon qualifiers, the World Cup qualifiers, he was with the squad but did not play. That was when he made his move to Austin FC. I mean, he was fit, he was playing, but for some reasons, I think what happened at the Afcon is really, really, a factor why the player is not in the corner. Because you and I know that Osman Bukari there, if you are looking for That left wing, there, he's one player who normally plays there for us. He's quick. Sometimes when he comes on as a substitute, fire for fire. Yes, Osman Bukari. But then when he made that move to MLS, and also that Afcon where he went to give that back pass, I knew his time to win. Like, his days were numbered in the Black Stars. And I still believe that he has the quality. I mean, some of these players are playing in leagues that we don't know, but they are earning a call up to the Black Stars. There's only Black Stars that when a player is playing in MLS, will make it look like, oh, see. If they can't, but they don't even get some to play. I mean, it's high time we reintroduce Osman Bukari. If not for anything, let's not forget what he did at the World Cup, coming on as a substitute, scoring against Portugal. So he's one player that I also see returning back to the Black Stars. So far, he has played 4 games, scored 1 goal in the MLS season, and I'm hoping he does more. I'm just hoping he does more. But for me, if he's not injured, and he's fit and he's playing, he's going to pull up to the Black Stars. Osman Bukari, we need those experienced players back who are still active. We need them back. The next player would be Joseph Paintsil. Now, Joseph Paintsil was part of the squad that played the Afcon Qualifiers this month against Angola and also Niger. But he did not play. And this is not the first time. Now, when we played the World Cup Qualifiers, he wasn't around. He didn't end the call. People started to be talking. Then the player came out and said he was not feeling well. He was fatigued. He was injured. We all accepted that. That one day happens. This one, they were leaving Ghana and they went to Morocco to play against Niger. All we heard that he did not go. He wasn't injured. GFA told us passport issue. Meanwhile, the player was here in Accra visiting Chief Imam. I believe if there is something that needs to be resolved, it should be resolved. The excuses are becoming too much. GFA versus Joseph Paintsil. He is a very good player. If you look at what these boys are playing on the wings, and you take a look at what Joseph Paintsil has done so far this season for LA Galaxy in the MLS, then you'll be asking yourself questions. The player has scored 8 goals and given 7 assists. And it's not like this is a fluke. When he was at Genk, he was giving same numbers. This is a very good player. But for some reasons, I don't know, he comes into the Black Stars and does not end call-up. If he's performing well, he's not ending call-up. If he's in the squad, you will hear one excuse or another. He's not in the squad. He is a player that I believe has the experience. He's a player who is active and performing very well and needs to return to the squad. Otto, Joseph Paintsil needs to return to the squad and needs to start playing. It is very important. Sudan, they are going to come on us very hard. You don't want to put an inexperienced player in no pole position. I mean, they can come in the second half, but then we need our guys back into the squad. The 5th player would be Salis Abdul Samad. Now, Salis Abdul Samad, I believe, was not part of the squad this particular time. 1, because, I mean, he was trying to sort out his club issues. 2, the coach said he was injured. And I don't know which is which. Because currently he's with Sunderland on loan. But he has not played a game yet for Sunderland. He has not made his debut yet for Sunderland. But he's one player that has played our midfield for a very, very long time. Since 2022 World Cup till now, he was the one handling the midfield. In fact, he came in and Baba Idris was out. But then for some reasons, his form really dipped and dropped. And I was hoping that at Sunderland, he will start playing and then we will see how well he has improved. But when I checked Sunderland's last game they played over the weekend, he wasn't part of the match day squad. So it's either he's injured, as Otto said, or they are still working on his paperwork. You know, before you play in another country, you need to get work permit. So probably it's one of those things. Either they're working on the work permit or the player is injured and waiting to recover to play a game for Sunderland. So what I'm saying is, if he's not injured, I believe we need him in the squad. Yes, I know his form has dropped, but honestly, I'll pick Salis over Elisha. Don't get me wrong, but I'll pick Salis over Elisha. Salis gives you that, that safeguard space as a number 6. That is based on what I've seen so far. The one thing I don't like about Salis is that his passing, he only gives you short passes. He intercepts, gets the ball, and gives you short passes. So sometimes when you need Salis to even give like a long range yard pass, he will not do that. He's going to give it to the number 8 or number 10. And that is one thing we have complained about Salis for a very long time. That's it. Charlie, you need to be robust. You need to be aggressive. You need to intercept. You need to tackle as a DM. When you get the ball, the modern day DMs are trying long range passes. They are trying passes that are wider, like some few yards to the, sometimes they even do the work for the number 8 and number 10 when it's necessary. Because you don't pass to your number 10 when he's heavily guarded and being tackled by about 2 or 3 players. Sometimes you also need to locate the pass. But to me, Salis comes with the experience. Salis is someone who has seen it all. His partnership with Partey at first wasn't bad, but now it has been very questionable. But I believe he's a player you could have on the bench, a very good player you would have on the bench, looking at what he has. The talent there is there. It's just that the form has gone down small. That is based on my opinion. The 6th and final player would be Nicolas Opoku, who plays for Kasim Pisa in Turkey. Playing regularly, as I said, our centre-back situation is very dire. We need to start getting players back. We need to start getting experienced players back. If you take a look at Nicolas Opoku, his nature and everything, and I believe that looking at the fact that he's getting regular playing time in the Turkish league, when he was playing in French League 2, we went for him. Now that he's playing in Turkish league, please, let's put our eyes there. Kasim Pasa, then that is the name of the team. They played against Fenerbahce over the weekend. He was playing. The player signed deal. The next day he was playing football. So Nicolas Opoku there, sharp. He needs to be in the squad. So guys, these are my 6 players who I believe are likely to return to the Black Star squad to face against Sudan, home and away. See, there are a lot of players. If I said I want to sit here and talk about players who are likely to return, we'll mention a lot of names. But I think one thing I can say about Otto and the technical team is that they should look for players who are suited for our left side. It has been problematic for a very long time. Even whether Papa Raman plays or not, we are complaining, we are finding faults. It's always leaking. Gideon Mensah still. Again, you see, I've even forgotten Gideon Mensah, but Gideon Mensah is injured, so I mean, I'm not going to include him because even over the weekend he did not play. But then Gideon Mensah is one player. If he's fit, we need to get him back quickly because our left back there, it's not good. Better still, Patrick Pozu. He's playing for Banik, Australia or something like that. Yes, Patrick Pozu. I mean, playing Ali Dicedo at that left, if we go and play against a team that is good, we will suffer. We will suffer. So the left bank and the left wing, we need to try and find players who shoots that place. That is why I'm mentioning Joseph Pintel and Co. You need to bring them back. So guys, if there is a player that I've left out, honestly, I've left out a lot of players. Let me know down below in the comments who you believe are likely to come back to the Black Stars squad to face off with Sudan and also with Sudan home and away. Yes, we are playing with Sudan home and away. So guys, let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me, my name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.